Welcome back, everyone. So, today we are going to be looking at identifying some different viruses in cannabis. Um, Over the years, there has been, well, excuse my ice maker there in the background. Over the years, there's been a number of different things that have popped up in cannabis, and it was funny because the other day I was inspecting a plant not of my own. Um, I won't say where, uh, but it was exhibiting some symptoms that I had seen before, but I hadn't identified actually. Um, and so I wanted to figure it out, right? So after I got back to the shelter and whatnot, housed up and got on the computer, and was like, okay, well let's go ahead and figure this out because like this is for some reason this is just bothering me. I have to figure it out. Well, so I searched for a few things, a couple of things, and it wasn't what was thought. I actually didn't think it was what was thought, but anyways, I digress. I wanted to figure it out. So I found this website, which is the National Library of Medicine Viruses, a Guide to Cannabis Virology from the Virome Investigation to the Development of Viral Biotechnological Tools. Okay, and so what I was really looking for in this was some references more than anything else, but I found this, and I thought this was really interesting, and I wanted to share it with you guys. We'll go ahead and zoom in a little bit here. So, this is a quick history of viruses in cannabis. Get rid of that so you guys can actually see. Okay. And actually, we will turn that off so you can see this as well. Alright, so back in 1941, guys, we were already seeing virus-like symptoms in industrial hemp. Hemp streak virus proposed as a causal agent. So a causal agent is what caused it, right? So that means that there was some kind of virus that was going through in 1941 through cannabis. So, okay, interesting. 1958, we see mosaic symptoms in hemp. Hemp mosaic virus proposed as a causal agent. So that's 1958. We're seeing mosaic, and that's tobacco mosaic virus (TMV) right there. Okay, that was 1958. 1970, they found CMV, AMV, and hemp model. I'm not exactly sure how they pronounce that virus described in cannabis. So that's 1970. I mean, this is a long time ago, guys. Then in 71, they were doing mechanical inoculations and symptoms observations. Then we see a big stretch, from 71 to 97. And, 97 is going to be around that time period when, California really started to loosen things up a little bit on cannabis back in the day now. So 1997, between 71 and 97, there's a huge gap in no studies whatsoever. And I think most of that is because, the Reagan administration came in, and it was the say no to drugs, and pot is bad, and dare, and all these things that obviously we know now are kind of this old falsehood of beliefs. So let's continue on from 97. So 97, mechanical inoculations, symptoms observations, and serological diagnosis. So they're starting to diagnose things again in 97. And then in 2012, CanCV identified in European hemp. Okay. 2012, well, that's after the medical market and after, um, is that after? That might have been after California went legal. I forget what year they actually did that, but I think it was in like 2007 or something. Anyways, so 2012, anyways after the legal medical boom for a few different states, including the one that I live in. 2019, fast forwarding from 2012 to 2019, we see LCV infect cannabis in Israel and HLVD infection in North America. So 2018, 2017 was the, recreational boom. And we can see that, the numbers are starting to kind of stack up. So as things become more regulated by the government, just in general, it's opened up for medical use. It's opened up for recreational use because they're saying, okay, as far as the states go, it's not against the law for you to use it as long as you're over 21 and you're not driving a motor vehicle or anything like that. Da da da. Okay. So we're seeing that the numbers start to stack up as things are more in use, more widely seen. More commercial grows have popped up, more regular grows have popped up, more home grows, more outdoor grows, you name it. Everything has just exploded at that point in time. So going to 2020, we see BCTV infect cannabis in North America, and then 2021, first HTS to study the cannabis virome. So that was 2021. That was 3 years ago, or excuse me, 4 years ago now. It's 2025 now. We're still in the beginning of the year, so you know how it goes. But anyways, this site is great for being able to possibly identify some issue that you may be seeing. So one thing that I was looking for was just kind of a general terminology about what I was seeing, right? And so they've got quite a few different things here, as you can see. Potato virus, alfalfa mosaic virus, cucumber mosaic virus, grapevine line pattern virus, tobacco streak virus, potato virus. I mean, they've got just a slew of different viruses here, okay? But one thing that I noticed was this. And the reason that I noticed it was because this kind of roughly had some sort of explanatory feature for how the plant looked, right? And so I came to this one, beet curly top virus, BCTV. And then I started to search pictures of BCTV, and voila, what do you know? That was the issue. So the plant that I inspected was most certainly infected with beet curly top virus. So, that being said, how do you protect your grow from these issues? Well, there's a number of different protocols that you want to have in place for your grow, no matter what you're growing, to make sure that your health is, going to be good with what you're putting into your body. So the first thing is sanitization, right? You want to sanitize things. Keep your grow clean. Um, if you're not allergic to bleach, use a 9-to-1 water to bleach, respectively, ratio, and spray your whole tent, outside and in, all of the different crevices. Take your liner out, spray the whole liner, inside, underside and top side, get all the corners, literally everything. Spray your fan with it off. You don't want the power on for that, but spray your fan. Spray all of your zippers, spray all of the inner linings. And then you want to think about, okay, what else do I have around in this room that could be potentially causing issues, because you don't want to have anything in those rooms that you're growing your plants or your food or your medicine, whatever the case may be, to have anything in them that's going to affect what you end up putting in your body. It's very important that we have a healthy input to our bodies to be able to, be happy and live a decent, sustainable life, right? We want to be able to have our bodies feel good, not feel like crap. And when you're putting things that are crappy into your body, you're going to feel like crap. But if you input some good, healthy things, you're probably gonna feel good, right? Um, Now, this covers a wide range of things, but, right now we're obviously talking about cannabis. So, what else do we recommend for good practices to protect yourself from these issues? We talk about um, separation and quarantine. So if you have a plant that you feel might be, running into an issue, quarantine that plant. Very carefully move the other plants that are around it out of the way so that you can have access to it, and get that plant out of that area so that it's not possibly affecting everything else in that area. Um, and you want to quarantine that plant and put it in an area where it's totally solidified from anything else so that you can make a proper judgment about what's going on. And you can get on here, get on the National Library of Medicine and search for this guide. Even go on Google and search for the guide, whatever. And this will give you a nice, decent list of stuff to, start investigating if you're having those types of issues. Okay? Um, but the next thing is making sure that your air quality in your area is decent, whether you're growing inside or out. Obviously, if you're growing inside, you can filter the air coming into your home, but more likely than not, you're going to have a passive airflow system in your home that just keeps air constantly flowing. And there's not really too much that you can do about that, nor do you want to, because you want to have that decent airflow. But that being said, if you've got like mold in your ducts, if you've got, mildew in the basement, if you've got, you know, any issue like that, where you're going to see maybe particles that could be getting into your grow. You want to make sure that you eliminate that stuff, and you do not want to grow around any of that. That is for sure. So, that being said, we'll let you go. I know I've taken up enough of your time here. It's been a few minutes, but we appreciate you, and hopefully you enjoyed this short guide to cannabis virology. And give us a like and subscribe if you do enjoy it. And oh yeah, we'll go ahead and show our bros over at QS Seeds here. Yeah, there you go. So if you guys need a code for some discount, because everybody needs some discounts nowadays, because times are rough. Even we're having a hard time, and I'm working full time too, on top of doing this. This is not just sufficient to continue our life. We have to work our asses off to do this. But our bros over at Quick Star Seeds are kicking it, and so they've got a 10% off code with Grow Me at that checkout. Of course, they are able to service your seed needs. Oh yeah, we do have a upcoming giveaway. We're going to be giving away a couple of swag packs with some t-shirts and some hats and some other gear and some seeds. So if you guys are looking for that, get on the Instagram, and you can search StonerDave_RM or RM_Blondie. And you can find us on Instagram that way. And then Quick Star Seeds is up there too. You can search Quick Star Seeds. You should be able to find them on Instagram as well. And you will need to follow all three of those, and then hop on our Discord to be qualified. But the entries will end and the drawing will happen on the 9th of March. So, that being said, take care, everybody. Stay lifted, be safe out there, and keep your grow protected. Take care.